How are you? How are you all doing? I hope you had a fantastic weekend. Today I'm going to summarize the bodybuilding competitions that took place this weekend, starting with the Toronto Pro in Canada. And finally, Quinton Aria did it. After 400 million years trying to win a bodybuilding show and qualify, he finally made it. I bet on you, Quinton. I believed in you. He won the open category at the Toronto Pro with a physique that to me reminds me, though with some differences, of those bodybuilders from the 90s. A tall, big physique with those spectacular shapes and I have to say, also gigantic calves. He has triplets. I know it hurts a lot when I say this, but it was a pretty well chosen competition. There were no top Mr. Olympia competitors. There weren't any competitors that were that hard to beat. One of the hardest to beat was Eric Wood, a man who recently came second against Antonio, and now he's come second against Quinton. In third place was Blessing Abodibu. I have to say this man is persistent. In fourth place, Christopher Miller. And in fifth place, Wellington Baptista. Last year, Quinton got, I don't know how many, 3, 4, 5 second places. That has to sting. And he finally made it. I'm surprised it took him so long to win a competition with that physique. I've said before, he has enormous potential. But for whatever reason, he just doesn't improve enough. It's like year after year, the improvements in size are almost imperceptible. I think his legs are still lagging behind compared to that spectacular torso. Also, his definition sometimes leaves something to be desired. I'd even say that in this competition it wasn't perfect, but it was enough. And with that amazing physique he has, that structure, those proportions, and with a clear superiority in size compared to the others, he has rightfully taken first place. Let's see how he does at the Olympia. Let's move on to 212 Victor Chavez wins. The top 8, 9 and 10 from the 212 Mr. Olympia have faced each other. How would I describe Victor? Well, I would describe him as a clear white. He's very short, very small. But today he came out super dense and packed with muscles, also with really good definition. He came in truly shredded and ripped. And for me, he earned a well-deserved win. There was also men's physique in this category. The category of perfect abs. If you look for legs, you won't see them. But if you do it looking for sculpted midsections, this is your category. The winner has been Shun Kaneko, a Japanese bodybuilder who has already won a few pro shows. A bodybuilder. And let's leave Canada now, please. Let's go to the OK Pro. The Oklahoma was won by Andy Paredes, the Este Kebam from Temu. Sorry, I had to make the joke. He's an amazing bodybuilder. He has a peculiar structure. Let's just say I don't like it very much. I think he has short legs and a very long torso. Also short arms. But the judges liked him a lot, and they decided he deserved first place. Although I have to say that the gentleman next to him, the one who also has a mustache, or even the one all the way to the right, for me they have a much better classic shape, and I like them more in most of the poses. In the end, we're just seeing low quality photos. Maybe the judges noticed something we missed, or Andy was more defined. Unfortunately, it's hard to tell from here. And now let's go to India. I'm sorry, there has been some controversy and I'm going to tell you about it, but let's go step by step. Alright, this is the new IFBB Pro Sulaiman who has a really good physique. I have to say, amazing proportions and a very nice structure. A very high level for an amateur who just turned professional, not like other amateurs. Right after he said, I turned professional, so why not compete in the pros? And he did. He showed up at the India Pro, and do you know who won there? Well, no, not him, from Indian Rock. The Indian Rock, that's what he calls himself, but it would be more like gravel. If I'm not mistaken, his name is Deepak Nanda. But what happened? He's Indian and he won in India, right? What a surprise. And he beat Saudi Abdullah, who according to many people and from what I've seen in the comments of Indian Outrage, should have won. And there was a bit of favoritism because the other guy is from India. I have my doubts because I think they were pretty evenly matched in terms of skill. Personally, I liked Saudi Abdullah more than the Indian. I don't think either of them was that outstanding, but it's true that, oh my, he has a pretty noticeable gynecomastia. I think this should be penalized, right? Maybe it should have been scored closer to 50 since I think it affects his aesthetics and it's not pleasant to look at. Either way, they've given him the victory and now both of them have won, so they need another to go to the Olympia. I'm going to vent in a few moments, but first I want to finish with bodybuilding. If we're going back to Canada, I forgot. I'm sorry. There was a pro qualifier in the open category where these beasts participated. What beasts? These are amateurs and they're worthy of becoming professionals. This is real amateur level. Also, I recently brought some of them to the channel they faced off before, and wow, they're physiques, but they really do look exactly alike. Well, good old Igor has very deservedly earned his professional card. And now for a brief rant. You might have noticed that my news video from yesterday, which by the way already had 14,000 views in the first few hours, was unfairly taken down. I couldn't do anything about it, I wasn't even allowed to, because they said there was sexual content seeking pleasure, or I don't know what the heck they said. I'll put it on the screen for you. Basically for showing female bodybuilders posing who are, let's say, athletes who are just competing. Nothing strange? It's not pornographic at all, but well, for that useless AI garbage. It's true that it penalizes creators indiscriminately, it's a terrible crime, it's illegal. Saying that it's mine and it has to be taken away from me, that's not true. When I uploaded the video this morning, as you can understand, it already got the views. Now no one else is going to watch it, and if someone does, they'll just come in to leave a like, and because of that it hurts my metrics and the video won't reach more people. The damage is done. I know it's all AI, no one is in control, no one works there, just machines because they don't want to pay people. That's how YouTube operates. I recorded my phone screen while I was appealing, which is useless, it's just a formality they have so you think you have rights. A few minutes later they say, sorry, we've reviewed it. That's not true. You didn't review anything, there wasn't time, and it's just automated, not real people.
Look, Murad, I'm gonna hit appeal. I'm just recording the screen because I already know how this goes. I'm gonna hit appeal so that...
A human can check if what was said is true, right? Soon there'll be a message saying it's sexual content because AI does it automatically without caring. Watch, I'm going to appeal. I'm going to appeal. It's 9:33. Pay attention, then I'll record the time when they tell me no.
That I can't appeal and that I'm left without the video.
They also forced me to take a course because I'm really bad, where they told me this is bad, this is crap, you can't show boobs. Showing a penis, well, if it's wrong, you can't do it. Hopefully in 90 days they'll lift the strike on my channel. And this is my day-to-day as a content creator in a world that's more and more dominated by AI, where we're becoming dehumanized. Creators, consumers, we all pay the price. When did we ask for AI? When did we accept it? When did we ask for a tax? And now we have to suffer the consequences of this decline of YouTube, Instagram, all the platforms. Always for the benefit of those at the top who have to pay fewer people and get more work done more easily. So if you humans and AIs like content like mine, personal and direct, with work and editing that's becoming more and more scarce, support it with a like, with a subscription, check out the channel, and we'll keep going as long as we can. That's it. This is Ares Culturismo signing off. See you next time.